I feel this, and you're being stretched, and you're being bent. And you know what happens when you're being bent? You know, anybody ever, I'm not reflexible Christian, but you try to stretch yourself out, and you go to stretch, and you get up, and something pops. Some of you got a little older, the popping don't even happen anymore. I'm 30, couple. I still pop. You know, when you get bent and you say, ouch, that hurts, you get bent something in the wrong direction. Well, see, that's what God's trying to do. And sometimes it's going to hurt, but God's trying to bend Judah, his bow, so he can make us what he wants us to be, to make us strong and impregnable against the enemy. Listen, he wants us to be agents of change. This world is going to hell in a handbasket, and the church is doing nothing to help it. God's trying to bend his church with his blood back into shape again and make his church a vessel of power and glory and anointing. And if you think we're in a painful season now, you think you're in a painful season now, God, what have I done wrong? You haven't done anything wrong. God's just bending you until you're a weapon, armed and dangerous, ready to be used for the kingdom of the Lord. Oh, you look at me, I'm not weak, I'm not anemic. I'm strong, armed and dangerous. Oh, Rabakas, I've been bent. And I'm not there yet. And he just bends me a little. Some of you have spent most of your life being bent. And the news is, until you die, we will always be bent.
Yes.
Oh, this bow can be used now. It's usable. But it's not quite what it could be. I bent Judah my bow. My blood has come and did what man cannot do on their own. It's a form of holiness. It's a cry of holiness, sanctification to bend us into the place where we want. Yeah. But the other thought of this, that's the literal. If you look that up in your commentaries, that's what you're going to find. Bending Judah into a place of submission, bending his church. John Gill says it's bending his church into submission. John Gill's a commentator. He's fortunately a Calvinist commentator, but you got to take in the meat and spit out the bone. But John Gill said it's bending his church into submission so that she can be used mightily and greatly by the Lord. Matthew Henry says something similar.